Hello everybody, welcome back. If you're new, my name is Chris. Tonight I wanted to do kind of a fun, light-hearted video on fragrances that I love and adore, but other people hate. I think I have pulled 8 fragrances that fit that category. So if you're interested to see what I've got for tonight's video, keep watching. The first fragrance is a fragrance that for all intents and purposes I should find horrible, but for whatever reason I really enjoy it, and it is by Comptoir Pacifique and it is called Vanille Banane. I have a really good friend who cannot stand this fragrance and thinks it smells like a car freshener. In my defense, I think I like it because it's nostalgia to me. It starts off totally banana Laffy Taffy. I used to love Laffy Taffy. I used to eat it all the time growing up, and I think that's probably why I like it so much. But I also like it because of the dry down. The dry down smells like a delicious vanilla pudding, and it's creamy and yummy, and I think that's why I like it so much, even though some people don't like it as much. The next fragrance, I think everybody knew this was coming. You either love this fragrance or you do not like it at all. It is very polarizing. I am in the I love it camp. This fragrance is coming with me to a deserted island, and it is Baccarat 540. Listen, there is something about this fragrance that I find so incredibly appealing and intoxicating. I just want to keep smelling this. I love when I wear this, and I will say that even though there are a lot of people that do not like it, when I wear this around other people, I feel like the Pied Piper. People just kind of follow me and want to know what I'm wearing. So, you know, it's either love, hate. I happen to be in the love department, so yes, that's another one. Let's see what we got in the box here. What is this one? Oh, yes. The next one is a fragrance that I adore, but my husband absolutely hates this. And he doesn't really like fragrances that are really sweet. And I would put this is a gourmand, and this is a sweet fragrance. And it is by Gallagher Fragrances, and this is called Rose All Day. I haven't worn this in a while. This to me is more of a cold weather fragrance, but it is just so comforting. I love this. This is, the notes are on the front, but it's apple crisp and plum and brown sugar, tonka bean, and this interesting stainless steel note that it's hard to describe. You can definitely smell it, and it gives it a character for sure, but I just love this fragrance, and it is one that I find intoxicating. I'm smelling my wrist all day when I wear it, and this sucker lasts all day. So you gotta like it. You gotta love it if you're going to wear it, and fortunately, I love it. The next fragrance is a fragrance I absolutely adore. It is just so unique, and I wore it a ton in the spring, and it is by Cabanel, and it is called Je ne sais quoi, which means I don't know what in French. And this fragrance is based on Genmaicha tea, which is a green tea that is mixed with kind of like a popped brown rice. So the type of tea has a very nutty flavor. So it is like a green tea plus rice plus this nutty sesame hazelnut note. And it's either, I think it's kind of either you love it or you hate it. I really like the dry down too. The dry down is really creamy. There's sandalwood in here. I adore it. I know I have a friend who is probably watching this video right now who does not like this at all and says that it smells like a bag of cut grass, lawn clippings. So fragrance that I love, that I know at least a good friend of mine hates. The next one is another Francis Cardigan, and I think you probably know what it is. Again, it's a love or a hate. I love it. This fragrance smells so good on me. It lasts all day, and when I wear it, it must smell great on my skin. People, without fail, tell me how great I smell. And it is Oud Satin Mood. This is, again, I'm not a huge fan of the opening. The opening is a little bit on the scratchy side. The Oud is a little bit loud and scratchy, but when it dries down on me, I get this beautiful, syrupy, sweet rose with vanilla and violet. And I think it's the violet that gives it a real nice powderiness. And it gets sweeter with the dry down. And it has this beautiful scent bubble, a beautiful sillage, and just great longevity. But again, it is not for everyone. I happen to love it, and I know for a fact other people do not like it as much as I do. The next one is a fragrance I don't think I've ever talked about before. It will definitely be in an upcoming gourmand video, and it is a fragrance that I just find so fun and happy and enjoyable. And I know at least my husband absolutely hates this fragrance. This is kind of another one, a love or a hate. It is incredibly sweet, and it is by the house of Kyse, and you know she does these really sweet, fun, and whimsical gourmands. I think they're either love or hates, and this is the first one I ever bought from her house, and this is Delizia de Marshmallow. So, or Delizia, yeah, Delizia de Marshmallow. This one is a fun, sweet marshmallow meets powdered sugar meets vanilla. This is not a thick and syrupy fragrance. To me, this is kind of light and fluffy like a marshmallow. However, it is incredibly sweet. So you have to like sweet fragrances to like this. I just find this so fun and comforting. It's kind of like comforting like a cup of hot cocoa. I don't know. It is really, really nice, but not for everyone. The next one, you knew it was coming, okay? It is by Thierry Mugler, and it is Angel. You know, you're either an Angel or an Alien fan, and you either love this or you hate this. I used to wear the Angel Eau de Parfum, and I struggled with the opening. The opening I wasn't a huge fan of, and then I found the Eau de Toilette, which was perfect because the Eau de Toilette pulls out kind of the nasty animalic funky notes, and instead there's some light fruity notes. It's a little bit lighter. I think there's green apple in this. So this is my perfect version of Angel, but again, not everyone is a fan of Angel. You love it or you hate it, and I happen to be in the love category. The next one is a fragrance by Tom Ford. This is one of my favorite, if not my favorite Tom Ford fragrance, and I know for a fact this was is Tom Ford's favorite fragrance from his line, but it is the most polarizing for sure. This is a love or hate, and it is Patchouli Absolu. Unfortunately, this was discontinued, but up until a couple months ago, you could still find it at the cosmetics company store. I bought a backup because I love it so much. This is a super heavy patchouli, dark amber, a little bit of incense, a little bit of sandalwood, and a little bit of oh, that smells so good, bay leaf note. Even when I was picking up my extra bottle at the cosmetics company store, I saw a couple sniff this fragrance. The husband sniffed it. He said, "Oh my gosh, I love this." The wife sniffed it and said, "That is disgusting. I hate it." So this is definitely a love or a hate. I love it. I'm so glad I got a backup bottle because it's just, and I love wearing this one in the wintertime. It is a bomb. This thing, you can smell it in another zip code. So you got to be real light on the trigger with this one. And the last one is one by Labo. And if I hadn't smelled the soap first, there is zero chance I would have ever bought the bottle. It is Rose 31. I had the soap first, fell in love with the soap. So then of course I wanted to smell the fragrance. And the first 30 minutes of this is a tad challenging because it has cumin, it has a heavy dose of cumin. There are other spices. There's like clove and nutmeg. And I have a friend who says it smells like a lamb shish kebab. So it's not for everybody. This one is one that I like to refer to as my dirty wet rose. That to me, it just smells like a rose that has been rained on and it kind of flopped in the ground and got kind of dirty. And it has all those natural earthy aromas kind of infused in it. But once that icky or that challenging open fades, it is just a beautiful fragrance. And when I wear it, and it's usually, people smell it on me after that opening has faded, they say you smell so nice and light. And I always wear this when it rains. So this is my go-to fragrance when it rains. So just a quick, fun video, fragrances that I love and adore that other people don't find as appealing. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. And for everybody who supports me, I really appreciate it. And I will see you for the next one.